and then you can follow up with whoever invited you on to the call afterwards. So this is our Discover a Herbalife opportunity, and I feel like so honoured and privileged to be able to take you through this call tonight. And I love doing these because I was shown something like this coming up for 9 years ago now, and probably very much like many of you on the call tonight, had no idea about it, maybe a little bit skeptical, maybe thought it was some kind of crazy shake diet, or whatever your perception is. So it gives me a real great pleasure to be able to come on and share information, because I was given that opportunity 9 years ago and it changed my life. So just very, very grateful to be able to pass on the information and hopefully change one of yours that is a guest on here tonight. So a little bit about my story so that you know who you're listening to. So my name is Sarah Green, and I was introduced to Herbalife coming up, as I said, for 9 years ago, which is crazy. I can't believe it's been 9 years. But back 9 years ago, in fact, I'll rewind a little bit earlier than that. So growing up throughout my childhood, don't worry, this is your life, but I want to give you an overview so that you can understand when I go on to the call why this has been so powerful for me. But back in my younger years, I was raised by my mum, who was a single parent, and we lived in a caravan for most of my childhood. Very humble beginnings, but thought, you know what, I want more for my life. I'm going to, had big goals, dreams and aspirations, but suffered a little bit with my mental health actually from a very young age, and then went on to fall pregnant at 16. Had my eldest at the young age of 16, and that threw a little bit of a spanner in the works. I've done all right, it turned out okay, but I was a very young mum and suffered subsequently with my mental health for a big proportion of my life. And what I did find I went on to have another 2 children. So I had 3 children, got married very young. I was married with 2 children at the age of 20. Went on to have my 3rd child, Zena. And from the age of about 23, I think I really was searching for something that was going to be able to help me have a little bit of control over my mental health. And I'd heard a little bit about at the time, it was quite taboo back then actually, mental health, depression and all that sort of stuff. So I was sort of looked into it a lot, and I wanted to help myself, and I'd heard a lot about exercise being something that really benefited you. Now, I was the kind of person that never did exercise at school, hated anything to do with exercise, skipped PE, you name it, like I would avoid it. So I wasn't a fitness person, I wasn't fit at all, and I dreaded the thought of exercise. But I actually dreaded the thought of feeling awful for the rest of my life, so I thought I'll give it a bash. I had a lot of weight to lose from my second child. I put 4.5 stone on with Jude, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give it a go. So I got into exercise, found running, went from doing a couch to 5k to being able to run 10 miles over the course of a couple of years. So I became very into my fitness. I was training loads, like 7 days a week. I would probably say I was a little bit obsessed with training because it made me feel so good. It gave me control. I just trained as much as I could to make me feel better. The problem was I was exhausted all of the time because I was working a full-time job. I'm obviously a mum of 3. My husband, Kev, was in the armed forces, so he was away a lot. So I was running on empty and burning probably the candle at both ends when it came to work and exercise, not partying. I've never been that fun. Just exercise was my idea of fun. But what happened was I was struggling massively with my energy. I was always tired. I wasn't getting any fitter because my diet was absolutely terrible. Now, I knew a little bit about nutrition, but I just was a massive meal skipper. So I would get up and have coffee in the morning, like many busy people, have coffee at lunchtime, have coffee and snacks throughout the day, had healthy evening meals, but just didn't nail it when it came to giving my body the right nutrition. And I was just suffering emotionally from it. I was suffering with low energy, low mood. So, I couldn't understand it. I was super fit, but I just didn't have the body or the energy or anything else to reflect those levels, really. So my husband, his best friend, Jim, who had been the best man at our wedding, we'd known him for years, had started to take Herbalife products. And he had come to stay with us, and he'd been talking about it because he lived in Scotland and we lived down south in Portsmouth. And he was talking about this Herbalife constantly. Every time he was on the phone to Kev, how amazing the products were, how much energy they gave him. And I was like, I can't believe he's on some shake diet. I was so negative and skeptical about it all. But he kept talking about his energy. And I thought, you know what? I wasn't looking for weight loss. I would never expected to have abs. I was quite happy with my physique because I thought I'd had 3 kids. I was happy with my lot. But when he mentioned energy, I was like, ears pricked up. Give me whatever it is. that's going to give me some energy that's making you feel good. Because the reality was, it was massively affecting my life having such low energy, and it was affecting my mood. So I said, you get me some products, Kev, my husband, and I'll try them. And that's exactly what happened. Had absolutely no intention of doing it as a business. I never would have got on a call like this. I was just someone that wanted some energy. So if you're on the call tonight and you are like me, let me tell you, you will get energy in abundance, okay? And obviously, subsequently, it's gone on to completely change my body. That happened within probably a couple of weeks after. I could see my body starting to transform. I wasn't doing anything different. All I'd started to do was have this smoothie for breakfast in the morning. I had more energy. My skin started to improve. Like, the list of things that happened to me over the course of a 6-month period at the beginning was mind-blowing. I actually thought, this stuff, how is this legal? Because this is mental. I feel completely different. And all I've changed is I've started to have this multivitamin, this tea, which I'm actually drinking tonight. And the benefits were just oozing out of me, because I just couldn't believe how amazing I was feeling. So what happened was, subsequently from that, the first thing I wanted to do was tell my mum about it. My best friend realised that I was obviously had more energy and that I wasn't moaning, I was always tired, and my body was starting to change. People that I was training with noticed that I was starting to get abs, which I'd never had before. And all these people started to notice. Now, at the time, I had no intention of doing it as a business, but like any good friend or daughter or whoever, I was like, do you know what, I'll get you some products from Jim. And he said to me very cleverly, you become members and you can just order for yourself, because I love the products. There was no doubt I was ever going to stop taking them. And you can order for other people. And that's exactly what we did. And from there, people started to get amazing results. We were helping people to get great results with weight loss. My mum never lost any weight with it, but absolutely loved the energy. My best friend plays football. She was playing football better. She was getting fitter. And slowly but surely, people were getting amazing results. So then they were telling their friends and family, and it's so on and so forth, okay? So I didn't know at the time that this was a big opportunity, but I was exposed to something like this. And when I did, I thought, do you know what? Imagine being able to turn something that you love into something that could earn you a little bit of money. And I'll tell you about my financial situation where I was a little bit later on in the presentation. But for me, I just fell in love with the products. I had no idea about the company, no idea about anything what was in them. I just knew they made me feel amazing. And then when I thought, you know what, I could actually start to do something with this and help more people, then I started to look into the company. But I'd never heard of it, you know. It's been going around for 40 years, and it is the elite of elite when it comes to meal replacements. We've got the most unbelievable guys working on our board of nutrition. I've had the pleasure to actually train with the guy at the bottom, Dr. Heber. He actually is a really funny story. This guy is like an absolute legend in Herbalife, because he is rated one of the top nutrition doctors in the whole world by the Board of Nutrition in America. He's won loads of awards. The guy in the middle, Dr. Louis Ignaro, developed nitric oxide, which is the main ingredient in Viagra. I know, crazy, right? But I didn't even know that. But it promotes the flow of oxygen to vital organs. So well done, Louis Ignaro, to all the women and men around the world. But seriously, these guys are the best of the best, okay? They're not just some random doctors that knocking up these products in a warehouse in bloody Birmingham. They are the best of the best in their field. And I got to train with Dr. Heber in the bottom right-hand corner a few months ago on one of our most incredible product, Microbiotic Max. And we've become friends. And he DMs me on Instagram, all of his videos. It's unbelievable, okay? So crazy things happen in this opportunity. You get to mingle with the likes of really intelligent people, not me, him. So Seed to Feed is our philosophy, okay? We only work with the highest quality farmers. The ingredients are sourced, organically planted, and everything literally from the moment it's planted to for the minute it hits your door is tracked and traced by us with the most incredible science tracking systems. Like the development that goes into the products, the science, the warehouses is second to none, okay? Because it's $1 billion company. They can afford to fund it with the best of the best, okay? Some of our incredible global ambassadors. So these guys not only work with the company just to promote the brand, they actually have to take the products. It's in their contract, okay? So why is Herbalife so successful? It's been going for 40 years, okay? And there's a big, the reason I think it's been even more successful over late years, since I've been involved, definitely over the past maybe 5 years, it's because we are so busy. I mean, I'm leaving this call in a minute, and at 10 to 9, I've got a restaurant booked, okay? A restaurant, an evening booked at a restaurant with my husband. And my day has been back to back with things. We're busy people, okay? So what we want is we want fast, we want convenient, we want Uber Eats. Everything is so easily accessible on our phone. And even if you know the most great amount of knowledge about nutrition, sometimes just a lack of time and a lack of inclination to get up, go and shop, go and cook can get the better of you. So we end up consuming things which are too high in sugar, too high in fat. And what we really need is a solution that can help give us what we need as it comes to fast, easy, simple, sustainable, manageable. I've been doing this for 9 years, and I honestly think it saves my bacon on a daily basis, because not even keeping me in shape, not even keeping me lean, not even giving me abs, but giving me a way to get really, really dense nutrition, but in really, really light calories, in really, really quick time. It's almost impossible to do it any other way. Now, I work from home, but I still want something quick and easy. And I know I can blend my smoothie up in 15, 20 seconds, and it gives me the perfect amount of everything that my body needs, okay? There's massive crisis when it comes to obesity, because people are opting for simple options, okay? And there's simple options you can have, fast options you can have. I like to think of us as kind of like fast food for smart people, okay? So you've got the app on your phone for Deliveroo, delivering you the fast food. This is fast food for smart people, okay? Now, we are famous for our shakes, for our smoothies, for our meal replacements, but equally have the most unbelievable range of incredibly scientifically developed, the elite products in each of their fields, whether it comes from skincare, protein snacking, vegan range. The sports range is on another level for anybody that goes to the gym. I've used these products for absolutely everything, and they are for absolutely everybody, okay? So my children have used these products since that my daughter's, well, she was 3 when we started in the company, and she's been using the products for breakfast since she was 3. It's not a diet, guys. I have never ever wanted to lose weight on Herbalife products, and I never have done. Yes, I've dropped my body fat. Yes, I've completely changed my body composition. I'm going to be 37 in a couple of weeks, and I am in better health, better fitness. My skin's better than when I was in my early 20s, even in my late teens. It's crazy, but it's not just about the aesthetics. It's for everybody. So I actually went to see my nan today, my nan and my granddad, funnily enough, and my uncle. My nan, my granddad, and my uncle I've seen today. Now, my nan is suffering terribly with dementia. She's actually, in the past 6 months, had to go into a care home, which has been heartbreaking for the whole family. And she's actually really, really struggling to eat. She doesn't want to eat. She forgets to eat. The people in the home are struggling to get her to eat. So what we've been able to do is take the products in, and they tell her now that she loves chocolate milkshakes, that she's having a chocolate milkshake. So I know, and my mum knows, and the family knows, that even though my nan might not be eating as much as she should, and that she needs to, at least she's getting some nutrients into her body. My nan's not looking for Herbalife for a weight loss. It's to give her cells some good nutrients, some good protein, some good vitamins and minerals that we wouldn't be able to get into her another way. The same with my granddad. He's just not eating since my nan's been in the home. We can give him a shake for breakfast. Please, granddad, just have that at least once a day. So this isn't just about weight loss, guys. It's about really, really proper nutrition that you can get in a really easy and effective way, no matter who it's for, okay? And for me, this is the thing which I love. The company have almost tried to think about everything that we like to do as humans. So I was a big snacker, a packet of cheese and onion crisp, a Mars bar, something high sugar. I love to snack, okay? I like to snack on things. Now I can snack, but I know that it's given me good nutrients into my body. And I did a little video on this the other day. People often think of calories as equal. They're not equal, guys. Calories can be completely different there's very the same in their amount, but completely different in their nutritional value. So you can have a bag of crisps, which is 150 calories, and you can have another bag of crisps like the protein chips, which is 150 calories, but 13 grams of protein. It responds completely differently in your body. So the company have tried to develop snacks that are going to give you that sugar fix that you want, maybe with a protein bar, that little sweet thing, that snacky crisp thing if you're a snack lover, a coffee if you're a coffee drinker, something for everybody, and lots of targeted nutrition that can help you with individual needs, okay, whether it be calcium, whether it be immune health, whether it be, energy supplements if you're a bit of an energy drinker, whether it be sports nutrition, nutrition. We have lots of plans for everybody, no matter what your goal. So I've got people that just want to improve their health and well-being, like I did. I've got lots of people that want to lose weight or body fat. They might be, have struggled with different diet plans, found them restrictive. And they come to me and say, I want something really simple but I don't want to live on shakes. And I'm like, absolutely not. I couldn't think of anything worse than living on shakes. Okay, we eat, guys. We eat lots of food, and some of my clients have never even had Herbalife as a shake. Okay, they have it as a smoothie bowl, they have it in porridge, they have it as pancakes, they have it in Greek yogurt, they make ice cream with it. Like, there's so many things you can do. You don't have to have a shake, okay? But it is far more than just the products. It is us as members that really do make a difference, because we're people, nearly every single person that's a Herbalife member has been on a journey themselves to get a great result. So they are there to support you, to support the clients that we have by saying, listen, you don't need to be an expert, by the way. You could be somebody that's on your journey to weight loss. You want to maybe lose 3 stone, and you could still be a member and help people, because you can say, if you're using the products and you've had a great result, listen, this is what I did. This is what worked for me. Try this. Make your smoothie like that. Have that as a snack. Take part in our workouts. I'm here to hold your hand with you. And you don't get that when you buy products from a shop, on a shelf. We are the member difference, and it really does make the difference, okay? Being a part of a supportive community makes a world of difference when it comes to getting the most amazing results and long-lasting, sustainable results. Not only do we get people on products, but we actually help them be educated around food, around exercise, what works for their body, why certain things need to go into their body and to give them a certain result. And all this knowledge that we give and the support that we give makes a difference between someone doing something and getting a result and then going back and yo-yoing, or sustaining that result, like me, for nearly 10 years of my life, okay? These are just some of the results, guys. So you can see with the pictures before, these guys weren't all looking for weight loss. Some of them just wanted to improve their muscle mass, get leaner, get fitter. The results come time and time again. And this one, I'm going to actually get this young lady to come on and share her story very quickly with you. But I know Robin, she's actually in my team, and she is the perfect example. I'm not going to tell too much of her story, but the perfect example of somebody who was a busy person, wasn't eating the right things, changed her nutrition, and bang, look at the results. So Robin, are you there, my darling? Can you unmute yourself? Can we unmute Robin? Let me see if I can search you, Robin. I think I've popped you on mute. Okay, unmute. Hold on. Sorry, Robin. I think I'm trying to do it.
Hello?
Hello, darling. Oh, thank you so much.
It wouldn't let me unmute. Oh, thank you.
Okay, take it away, hon.
Thank you so much for that, Sarah. An amazing presentation so far. So, yeah, I've been using these products now for 4 years, guys. Me on the left, so I worked in an office. I had a very busy job as a PA, and I was basically just sat on my bum for about 12 hours a day. I was the complete opposite to a lot of people that get started. I did want to lose weight. The gym gave me anxiety. I never did any sort of fitness. I didn't have time. I didn't have interest, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I was just kind of stuck in a cycle of living off of convenience food. My breakfast consisted of a Starbucks caramel latte with a cheese and Marmite toastie. I'd get a meal deal for my lunch, just whatever was quick and easy and that I could just eat really quickly at my desk, which wasn't doing my health or my waistline or my energy or my bank balance any good, to be honest with you. And then my boyfriend, Jack, we'd actually just met. He was a PT at the time, and he tried to teach me about counting my macros and all this malarkey, and scanning my sandwiches was just stressing me out. I didn't have the time, and I'd just not put stuff in the app because I knew it would take me over. So it wasn't working very well for me. He introduced the products to me. Initially, I started just by swapping over my breakfast because I thought at the very least this is going to save me a hell of a lot of money. I never thought anything would be able to replace my lattes, but I absolutely fell in love with the raspberry tea and the mango aloe. I'm telling you, if you've not had that combo, guys, get it down you. It is my absolute favourite. So I started saving a lot of money. Within my first 2 weeks, I dropped 0.5 stone. My energy was through the roof. I wasn't getting to 3 o'clock in the afternoon and feeling like I was going to fall asleep at my desk. I had the energy to be more productive at work. I just felt so much better. And naturally, people were like, Robin, what's going on? You're happy in the office, like whatever you're having, how do I get some? And I kind of accidentally fell into the business from there. I picked up a few customers at work, people that just wanted to get the same results I was having. Exactly like Sarah said, I was just telling them what I was doing and just explaining how I make the product, advising them on snack ideas and stuff, like I do any other product really, and just absolutely fell in love with helping people get results. After 18 months, and no, in fact, in 3 months, I started making an extra £500 a month around my crazy busy job, just by helping a few customers here and there. And then after 18 months, I went full time, and now me and Jack both do this full time from our phones, and just, yeah, so excited for our futures.
Oh, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And what an incredible result you've had. And it just shows you, I remember when I started, and, you know, I was earning, like, within my first, I think it was 3 months, I was earning like £300 or £400 extra alongside my job as I was working in lettings at the time. And I was like, that is like almost half of my wage by the time I've paid for childcare. So just by sharing it with friends and family, like you would share anything that you've enjoyed, if you've been to a good restaurant, or if you've had a good hairdresser or a good makeup. Sorry, this is very female stuff. Or if you've got a really cool car or something like that, I don't know, like guys, whatever you're into, you share it, okay? You share it. So thank you very much for that, Robin. So we have a brand new thing called the Preferred Customer Pack. Now, many of you on the call might be product users. You might be using the products already. You might have maybe been thinking about using the products, but you want a little bit of discount on your products. Now, everybody wants a little bit of discount on everything in life. Would nobody want a bit of discount? I have no idea. So we have a brand new thing called the Preferred Customer Pack, which means you can register, you pay £26, you then get access to buy all of your products at an immediate discount, okay? It also gives you the chance to build up that discount by ordering more products for you, for anyone in your household. You have your own little website, it comes directly to your door. It's not a business, but it does give you the opportunity to get those discounts, build it up, and then if you want to transfer over to earn potentially a little bit of income at a later time, then you can do, which is a really exciting new concept. So very, very, very great for people on the call that are maybe thinking, actually, I want to continue on these products, but I'd like to get a bit more discount. Or for maybe people that have never tried the products and think, I definitely want to try them, but I don't want to do the business just yet, but I would like a little bit of discount. This is a great way to do it, okay? So the actual opportunity. This is what I did, okay? I was doing the opportunity, which is basically sharing the products, exactly the same as I would anything else that I already do. So I'm going to a restaurant after here tonight in Portsmouth called Restaurant 27. Now, this restaurant is one of my most favourite restaurants. It does the most unbelievable, like, taste of food, the most fantastic gin cocktails. Now, I tell everybody about this restaurant. The difference between this and Herbalife is I don't get paid for that, and I do get paid for this. That's the only difference, okay? If I did not believe in the products, if I did not love them, if they hadn't changed me, if I didn't feel positive about them and want to share them, I wouldn't be able to do it for more than a week, let alone nearly 10 years of my life. So all it is having that authentic result yourself, whether it be weight loss, energy, whatever it is, and then sharing it, just like you would share absolutely anything else that you love, okay? You get your own result, you feel authentic about it, and it really doesn't feel like it's hard work, okay? Of course, you're not going to be able to learn the whole thing tonight on call with me. There's lots of trainings and everything that we provide, which is amazing because it's your own little business, It's not really, I don't think it's a business. Although it is a business, I don't see it like that. I just see it as a passion. I love the products and I share it with people whenever I can, okay? And I love the opportunity because it means I've been able to work from home around my kids now for the past nearly 7 or 8 years, and earn an amazing income. So I want to share that with people, but I get to do it on my own for myself, but I have people there to train me, support me online from home. We have meetings. Now we're back in meetings. So it's the most supportive community, okay? You have a sponsor, the person that's got you on the call tonight that will take you through the journey step by step, whether you want to earn £50, whether you just want discount, whether you want to earn £5,000 a month, whatever your goal is, whatever you want from it, you work with your sponsor through, face to face. Now we're back in action on the phone. Like my sponsor, Jim, when I first started, I was always like, what does that mean? What does that do? Can you take it if you're pregnant? Blah, blah, blah. And that's what your sponsor does, which is amazing, okay? The rewards from it, guys, there is not enough room on this page to tell you the rewards from it, okay? The income is going to be the main thing for tonight we're talking about. But honestly, for me, it's way more than that. It's the time freedom, the freedom. I work hard for sure. I still work hard, but I'm able to do it in my beautiful home that I've been able to buy around my children. I went to see my little girl play netball today. I could never do that in my old job. And it's just to have that freedom to be able to live my life on my terms, without having to ask someone if I can go for another 10-minute coffee break. And just life's too short for me to constantly ask for permission for somebody else for me to live the life that I want on my terms. So for me, that's the biggest thing I can say, is it gives you the opportunity to have the freedom that some of you have probably always wanted, or even just the freedom to have that extra income coming in every month, to be able to, girls, to buy the shoes, to buy the bags, to go on the holidays, and to, do all of the things that you want to do that you maybe can't do because you don't have the income coming in, okay? So this is a snapshot. You start off at 25%, you work your way up to the 50%. Which means, on average, if somebody is on a 50% discount, which is huge. I mean, my mum worked at Next for years, and she was only ever on 25% discount, and she worked there for maybe 15 years. We start at 25% discount, okay? So if you just were taking the products and you're a supervisor at 50%, and you had maybe your mum, a couple of friends, and they might know a few people, and between you there was like 10 people, you'd be earning, on average, around about £500 a month. Can you imagine that? Now, for me, that was life-changing money, okay? That really was life-changing money. So what we do from there is, when I'm earning the £500, my mum was like, I know some people that want to do this. And I was like, right, mum, you register. So imagine that girl at the top was my mum. You get registered. You're on the products. You want Ross, my stepdad, to get on the products. You know people from work. So then my mum's in my team. Same with Kev's mum. She's exactly the same. So it doesn't need to be like you need to load loads of people. What happens is, when someone gets a great result, they end up wanting to know people. They end up wanting to become a member. They want to end up getting the discount, and they want to end up making a little bit of profit too, okay? Now, when I started as a member, that was when I was like just sharing it with friends and family and stuff like that. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was not fussed about earning loads and loads of money. I thought, if I can just maybe sell a few programs to people, like the program that I was on, to the people that want to do it, and earn enough money that I could actually buy my own products and sort of eat for free, that would be enough for me. And then when I saw that was actually quite easy to do, I thought, well, maybe if I could earn £200 to £300 to pay off my credit card debt, because I had £28,000 worth of debt at the time. If I could just do that, and then within like 6 months, I was earning like £500-600 a month. And then it was growing. And then within our first year, we were up at the level of the millionaire team, okay, the green one. And that's the income we were earning in our first year. That is when I quit my job. Now, I was a manager of a lettings company, but I wasn't very confident, guys. I never, ever would have got on a call like this. I didn't know loads of people. My husband was very confident, but I just wasn't that type of person. I remember thinking, I don't know anyone. I don't like speaking to people. Like, I don't like people. But genuinely, I wasn't the most confident, outgoing person. I was quite quiet. And I thought, I don't know anyone. But I did know people. I knew my mum. I knew my best friend. I knew the people I was working with. So they were the people that I started to share. And they knew anyway. They could see the difference in me. They were excited about what I was doing. I was telling them I was earning £500. And it grows legs like spiders' legs, okay? But you can be anybody. You don't need to be into health and fitness. You don't have to be, a completely confident, outgoing person. I wasn't. You can see here all these different people from all different walks of life are doing this business, some of them part-time, some of them earning £500 a month, some of them earning £5,000 a month, okay? But this next person I'm going to bring on is one of the reasons that I actually took this from being a hobby where I was earning maybe £200 or £300 to thinking, oh my God, he was at one of the first meetings that I went to, which was like, it makes me emotional actually when I think about it. I'm so pleased he was there that day because he truly did change my life, and he has done on many occasions ever since, listening to him. And when I went to the meeting, I was very negative. I was very skeptical, and I thought, I don't want to be here. I'm not interested in doing this to earn money. I just am happy doing what I'm doing, earning a few £100s, paying for my products. And then I realised how genuine these people were. And Matt, this guy, has been such an inspiration to me over the past 9 years. And he's going to share his story with you now. But I just want to say to him before he starts, thank you so much for being there that day and being you and continuing to be you and sharing your inspiration and just being the most genuine guy. Honestly, guys, apart from earning a great income and having a fantastic opportunity you can work from home for, you get to be surrounded by incredible people. So Matt, you are definitely one of them. I'm going to share his line with him now. I'm hoping he's on. Matt and
I'm here, sir.
Oh, you're here, Dal. Thank you.
I'm here.
Take it away, hon.
Thank you so much, Sarah. What a great overview of our company and what we do. Like you said, I followed your story from day one and it's been amazing. So it's a privilege to be part tonight as well. Evening, everyone. Thanks for giving up your time. I'm going to try and cram a really long story into a really short amount of time because, as it says on the screen, 26 years with Herbalife, but there's a story behind that 26 years because I'm 40 years old now. 26 years ago, I was 14 years old. And if any of you have teenage sons or daughters, you know how opinionated they are. And when my parents joined Herbalife, we was in a pretty low place. We'd just been made bankrupt. We lost our home, business, our car, everything. And they said that these shakes were going to fix everything. And I was really, really positive about that, as you can imagine, right? And it actually took me a long time to come round to even looking at Herbalife. Right, it took me 16 years. Right, between 14 and 18, I was just embarrassed of my parents doing this thing. Between 18 and 30, I was around Herbalife. I watched the company grow. I saw people get the most amazing body transformations and health transformations. I watched people turn little part-time businesses into full-time careers from all the different backgrounds, just like Sarah just showed you. And three things I was sure of. Number one, I was going to never use these bloody products. I was never going to do that, right? I wasn't going to be a shake drinker. And number two, I definitely wasn't going to sell this stuff to anybody else. And number three, I definitely wasn't going to build a team, right? If you're wondering, if you're on here a bit negative right now going, I'm definitely not going to do that, I think I'm on here to give you hope, right? Because obviously I've ended up doing all three of those things. But it took me to get to a point in my life where I was ready. And they say change comes through inspiration or desperation. I got to 30 years old and I was the guy in the red jumper on the left there. I was working full-time as IT project manager. I actually really enjoyed my job. I didn't hate my job. I just hated how much it paid me. And I was one of those unique individuals who managed to spend just a little bit more than I earned every single month. Right? And the rest that I needed, you know, when there's more month left at the end of the money, maybe just me, right? And the rest went on a credit card or a little bit of loan or a little bit of overdraft. And I did that my whole working life from the age of 18 to the age of 30, 12 years racking up debt. And I got to 30 years old in the red jumper there. And I was not just overweight, but really unhappy in my skin. Right? You know, when you have to wear the clothes that fit, not the clothes that you want. And so you wear the same three outfits over and over again. It's the lads as well, by the way. I know there's a lot of girls on here tonight, but it's the lads as well. And through desperation, right, I said, tell me about this Herbalife thing then, Mum. And that's a difficult thing to say, you know, because you don't want to admit you're wrong. And I got started on the products. Like a lot of people, if you're skeptical, just get started on the products. The products will get you. And I realized that I didn't have to give up. I like a beer. I like a takeaway. I'm not mad about the gym or exercise or fitness, to be honest. And by sorting my nutrition, everything changed for me. I've been using the products really solidly now for the last 10 years. And, you know, so I was never going to use the products. I was going to never have customers. But when I went from the guy in the red to the guy on the right, people were like, what's going on? Are you sick or something? You know, because you're losing weight. And they're like, what's wrong with you? And you're like, I've never been healthier in my life. I got tons of energy. They could see it. They go, what are you using? I go, I've got this stuff, right? And it was like Sarah said, it wasn't a business. I wasn't in sales. I was just recommended this thing that took me 16 years to take. And I picked up my first few customers because the other part of my story is I was unhealthy and unhappy. I was also £50,000 in debt. Bailiffs knocking at the door. There was nowhere to borrow any more money from. And, you know, in my first month in sharing these products with other people, I made a few £100. And that kept the wolf from the door. And it was like, wow, this is amazing. Imagine if I could do that next month. And from not wanting to use the products to not wanting to have customers. I had a few customers by mistake. And then, of course, you know, they say you can see, you travel 50 yards at a time in the fog. And whereas I wasn't an entrepreneur, I wasn't a businessman, I didn't know anything. If I could just do this and just do this and just do this, and I slowly moved down the road. And before I knew it, 2 years in, my little part-time Herbalife business, my little side hustle, was paying me more than my full-time job as an IT project manager. And that was revolutionary for me. Within 3 years, I paid off all my debt. My income was 4 times what my job was. And that's when I finally thought, imagine if I did this seriously. And so 4 years in, with my income 4 times, my part-time Herbalife income 4 times my salary, I quit my job. I've been full-time ever since, and Herbalife gave me so much more than that. I met my future wife at a Herbalife event. It's amazing what you get at events. And we built the business together for the last 8 years. There's some pictures there of just stuff. You know, travel is a big thing for us. Travel broadens the mind, and so we traveled as much as we can. I was able to buy a house for my mum, which was, you know, she looked after me for 30 years, and then to buy a house for my mum was amazing. And more recently, 2 years ago, we had our first little baby boy. His name's Rocket. He's 2 years old. You can see him in the very bottom right-hand corner of my third picture. Can you see him looking at me? Vain daddy taking a picture of himself in the mirror. And you know, for me, that represents a lot, because my initial transformation was vanity. I wanted to lose weight to look good. Right now, I use these products every single day, and everything that Herbalife taught me, so that I can be a fit and healthy dad for him and keep up with him for as long as I possibly can. Okay, today we've been at the president's team now in Herbalife for 6 years. Sarah showed you the income that comes with that, and just eternally grateful every single day. So if you're not a health and fitness professional, if you're not female, by the way, you don't have to be female, a lot of females on it, and you know, you're just looking, you know, there's something better out there and you haven't found it yet, give Herbalife a try, because you never know where it may take you. Sarah, thank you so much for the opportunity. I'll hand it back to you to wrap it up.
Thank you so much. And, you know, your story is as amazing today, if not more so than it was back when I had my first meeting. So thank you for being you. And it is true. It's not just for girls. Herbalife is like, you know, Yorkie. It's not just for girls. However, girls, I'm all girl, okay? So I'm all for the girls. And the reason I am is because I think, you know, without getting into the whole like female empowerment talk, it's very tricky for a woman that's got children to find a career that you can actually be a career person and a mum, and it all meshed together. And that is one of the biggest gifts that this company's given me. You know, my children have been, you know, on both sides of it. They've seen me in a full-time job. I was working full-time because I had to have the money, because I had so much debt. We were living in a basement flat, had no money, had 28 grand's worth of debt, and I was earning a pretty good wage, but it meant that I was never seeing my children, and I was paying half of it on childcare, which was absolutely ridiculous. And this has given me the opportunity to put my children through private education, you know, but it's just more than that. It's about being able to give them the life that I never had. I mean, there's not a caravan in sight. I feel like I've robbed them of that experience, to be honest. I might buy them a caravan for, you know, for one of their birthdays one day, just so they can have a little bit of grounding. But honestly, guys, joking aside, it's been the most incredible opportunity that we ever did by just taking a chance, you know, like I didn't have anything to lose and I had everything to gain. And I didn't lose anything and I gained everything. And it's been that way for the past 9 years. And I just feel so grateful and so blessed every single day, not just for the income. I mean, the income we earn now, I earn more a month now than I earned probably in about 3 or 4 years worth of salary in my old job. I've just got, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I've just bought my dream car just at Christmas time. When I was younger, and I actually got really emotional. I think when I bought the car, I rang somebody and I can't remember who it was, but I got really emotional. And I was like, when I was younger and I lived in the caravan, my mum and dad were separated, and my dad owned a Porsche, and he used to drop me off at the caravan park and go back to his lovely life with his Porsche. And I remember thinking, one day I'm going to be rich and I'm going to own my own Porsche. And at Christmas, I bought that Porsche. And it's not about the Porsche, and it's not about the money, and it's not about the big house, and it's not about all of the expensive stuff. It's about being able to achieve things that you've always wanted to do in your life, but maybe never quite been able to do because you've just not had the opportunity to do so. And that is what this has given me far more than income. It's given me the opportunity to shine and be the person that I always wanted to be. And for that, I'm more grateful than any of the money or any of the material stuff. So whether you came on here because you want more discount, whether you came because you want to earn £200, whether you came because you were dragged by your partner, I'm so grateful that you tuned in. And if this information is not for you, thank you for tuning in anyway. If it is, speak to the person that invited you on tonight. But you know what? When you leave this call tonight, just think about who else, if it's not for you, that you know that it could potentially be for, because you might just be able to change somebody's life like mine was changed 9 years ago. So thank you so much for tuning in. Wish you all the very best. If you decide you want to register as a member, catch up with the person that has invited you on the call and they'll talk you through everything of the next steps. It's only £42 to join. There's no targets. You get £30 worth of product. It's mind-blowing, okay, when I look at how, there's no investment in there at all. Everything is completely done for you. You get a free website. So catch up with the person that invited you on tonight's call. They'll go through that with you, get a plan in place, and start making your dreams a reality. Big love and lots of luck to you all. I wish you the very best in whatever you decide to do. Thank you so much, Robin and Matt, for coming on. And safe travels. If anyone's going to say safe travels, I'm so used to doing these meetings in person. But wishing everybody lots of health, lots of luck, and lots of love. Big love, guys.
Recording stop.